Hey blog buddies, so this is a viewer's choice talkie blog and you guys wanted a tour of my condo and so I am going to give it to you. And there's some kind of interesting little knickknacks and corners and stuff that I want to show you. So I'm going to get behind the camera, enjoy these titties while they last, and I'm going to give you the tour. So let's get started. So at first glance I have a WYSIWYG condo. Ooh, there's my shadow, hey! It is what you see is what you get, but if you take a closer look, you'll notice some things that are kind of interesting. For example, here we are. This is my little altar to love. I sometimes light this candle. I have a little couple quote books. This one I love. It is my Wayne Dyer quotes. I like to open it up and read one. Death is nothing to fear. It is only another dimension. That one's a little bit morbid for the occasion, but you get the point. And then in here, I put either things that I'm grateful for or intentions. Can you read my chicken scratch? 2011 is the healthiest year of my life. So that's an intention that I put in there, and then once it fills up, I burn all of them and I start from scratch. Down here is where I did a recent blog post about found money and how when the universe gives you a penny or dime or nickel, whatever it is in the street, or especially a quarter, it's a little gift from the universe. And if you don't pick it up, a friend of mine actually told me this, it's kind of an act of unappreciation. Is that a word? So even when the universe gives us small gifts, we should appreciate it and pick them up. This is an air plant. It grows without roots, and I have to spray it. This is my little garden area. All right, and this is my hydroponic tomato plant. It grows also without soil, and the air pumps in and the water comes out through the ring and feeds the tomato plant. This one's been growing for a while. It's doing fine. It's cute. It's healthy. It's just a little slow going. Now everything in my condo has significance. And so I guess the significance of these Christmas lights is that I haven't yet mustered up the courage to go down into the basement and put them away. And this chandelier up here, I got in Toronto, which I think is really cool because it's kind of an old school crystals, but on a new, very modern design, which I think works nicely. That mirror, by the way, I know it looks like $1 million. It was $20 at a flea market, and I spray painted it gold. Now, as we continue on with the tour, you'll notice these two large devices and a tripod. You may not realize what goes into these videos that I make, but lighting is really important. And I've never been to the gym a day in my life. So all these muscles that you see, it's just good lighting. It's all good lighting and shadows. That's it. All right, so here we are in my living room. Now that I'm doing this, I wonder if I should have put pants on, but this is how I usually am. So we're in my living room and I'm in my underwear. Now, I like to keep a balance of the feng shui elements, the earth, fire. I have everything kind of going on here. And you'll notice there's a balance here. That device right here, if I plug it in, so it's my water fountain, and you have all the water flowing there. And then over here, oh, you can't see this, it's lower down, is a candle that my aunt gave me. And it has a really long wick, so when you light it, it's almost like a fireplace. It's super cool. Now, before we move on, we need to take a moment for the poof. If I was Oprah, this would be one of my favorite things, people. It is amazing. If I could, I would have 20 of them. And you just sit down on it, and you watch TV or eat your food, and they're comfortable, and they're cozy, and the lighting here makes me look like I belong on Twilight New Moon. So I was going to clean my apartment before I did this, but for the sake of keeping it real, I did not. And I actually haven't taken a look at my refrigerator, and I feel this is a move that I could only regret. But I'm going to show you what's in my fridge. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I am really big on the guacamole, and so you see the avocados and the cilantro and all that. This alcohol, by the way, is not my own. I do not drink, but I do know people that drink, and thus I try to keep my fridge stocked appropriately. And my freezer, okay, that's pretty bad. We're not going to look in there. So I have a lot of technology in my condo, and this is not among it. I have an old school telephone that a blog buddy described as fetch. Fetch is not gonna happen, stop trying to make it happen. Okay, so this is where all of the magic actually happens. As a blog buddy pointed out, I'm a bit of an Apple fanboy. We have the iPhones, the laptops, the Apple Cinema display, which was a gift from YouTube, thank you YouTube, and the Apple mice and all that stuff. And I do love Apple, I love their products. I wish they were a bit more responsible as a corporation, but that's a conversation for another day. But this is where I do all my stuff. And interestingly, this right there is my pad of ideas. So when I think of something that I want to do either a blog post about or a video about, it goes into this bad boy. So expect to see in the future a video about "You're beautiful, pass it on," 10 things I love, a Dear Me video, tour of my apartment, that's what we're doing right now, benefits of sleep, so forth and so on. And I cross these out as they come to fruition. All right, so here we are in my bathroom. This is a painting that I made of Buddha. I usually draw my paintings out first on paper and then I transferred over to a bigger canvas. But this one existed all in my mind and I just kind of put it out. And I think it's my favorite. But the bathroom's not too exciting, so let's go on to the bedroom. I love my bedroom. Now, this I got in Canada. It's not real, they're all fake, they're plastic, but I feel like it gives a much needed touch of masculinity to my room. Now this painting I made, it's huge, it's in the style of Jackson Pollock, and all of these splashes of paint had to be done individually, and you had to let each layer dry. It took me about a month to make it. And this is my giant closet with really not much in it because, as you can see, I really don't wear clothes very often. But shocking as it may be, here are my shirts. Now you'll notice that almost all of these are gym shirts, but there's a few t-shirts in here as well, and even, hark, a little pile of sweaters that are probably collecting dust. So that's pretty much it. That's the tour of my condo. I hope you enjoyed. Come back again soon. I love you. Peace out.